me ask you a question. Which one do you think that is the new 2025 iPad 11 generation, and which one is the old 2022 iPad 10 generation? The one on the left side is the iPad 10 generation, and one on the right side is the iPad 11 generation. And the only difference between them is that the new one doesn't have any regulatory information and iPad written on the back side. Yes, there are few more differences between the two, like the chip inside the 10th generation iPad is the A14 Bionic, and the chip inside the 11th gen iPad is a binned version of A16, which you can find in iPhone 15, but it is different. Binned A16 chip has 5 CPU cores and 6 GPU cores, which makes it 1 core lesser than the old iPad 10th generation, but because of Apple's architectural improvement in those chips, the new iPad is still 20 to 30% faster than the old one. I don't really like to base my reviews just based on synthetic numbers alone, because they don't really accurately represent the real world performance. So I played some games like COD Mobile, Hades, Warframe, edited and rendered some videos on DaVinci Resolve on both devices, and here's the conclusion. Both are very capable device, but the new one is a little faster due to its graphical improvement. It handles games a little better and also rendered the video a little faster. But overall, both of the devices are very good, and in isolation you will be happy with both of their performance. Only when you put them side by side you can notice some differences. Yes, if you want the best, then the new 11th generation is the way to go, not only because it has a better SoC, but it also has more RAM, 6GB to be exact, and also it comes with more base storage, 128GB, but still it doesn't get Apple Intelligence support, because that requires minimum of 8GB of RAM. And now I am in a bit of a pickle, because that's where all the major differences ended, and all the hardware and to a degree software features are basically the same on both of the devices. So I'm not going to compare them anymore unless there is a need to be, but I'm going to talk about all the features holistically. That means all the things that I'm going to talk about moving on applies to both of them. First, 10.9-inch liquid retina, or a fancy way of saying LCD backlit IPS display with a resolution of 2360 by 1640. You will enjoy most of the content unless you are outside or you have some bright light behind the device, because both of them have only 500 nits of brightness and no special nano coating to reduce glare. Also, both of them support full sRGB color gamut, but not P3 color gamut, so sometimes some content can look a little bit of desaturated. Also, both of the displays are not laminated, which will reduce the repair cost in case of any damage, but it also makes it a little hollowish, especially when you are using the Apple Pencil to write something on it. Talking about the pencil, both of the devices support the first generation Apple Pencil and the USB Type-C Apple Pencil. It doesn't support the Apple Pencil Pro. And I would also suggest you don't buy the official Apple Pencil. It's expensive, and the Amazon Basics one will give you most of the features for most of your pencil needs, unless and until you are a very serious artist. Then also I think the base iPad is not really a good option for you. The speakers on both of the devices are good, but I would have loved if they were a little louder. I'm not saying that you can't enjoy movies or watch animes using the device. You can, you will hear most of the things, but they lack a little clarity, a little fullness, a little richer sound, and to be honest, a little bit more volume would have been much appreciated, because it's a very big device and the sound output doesn't really match with its size. Both of the devices had Wi-Fi 6 if you go with only Wi-Fi option, but if you opt in for the cellular version, then remember only the 10th generation supports physical SIM, but the 11th generation only support eSIM. Both have Touch ID for security, which is good enough. I'm not gonna say it's the fastest fingerprint scanner I have ever seen, but for security it does the job plenty, and Type-C for charging and data transferring. And while we are talking about charging, let's talk about battery. In my use case, which includes a lot of YouTube, note taking, and occasional gaming, both of the devices performed really well. I have spent the whole day with the device and there were still some battery left, so I can watch some Netflix at night. Both of the devices have similar camera hardware, both in front and back. They are not iPhone like, but if you are in a video call or if you want to take some epiphany picture that you have seen and you want to click, sometimes it happens. You are studying and you look outside the window and there is a beautiful bird and you want to click a picture. For those times and for video calls, they will serve you right. Yes, the new one does come with the new HDR4 algorithm, but I really haven't seen any difference between them. And yeah, some pictures. Both devices support center stage, which means it will keep the subject in the center of the frame no matter how you move or where you are going when it is enabled. Now let's talk about the important thing: the price and which one should you get. If you want the cheapest possible iPad, get the 10th generation. No question asked. It comes with great value, it still performs well, and if your workflow revolves around note-taking, light web browsing, and some occasional all-nighter movie marathons, this is a plenty fine device which will also receive at least 3 years of OS update. So you don't have to worry about that. Yes, you will fill the 64GB base storage pretty fast, but a Type-C USB flash drive of 128GB doesn't really cost that much, at least not as much as to upgrading for the 11th generation or upgrading the storage to 256GB. Apple's storage price are always outrageous. I don't know. I think their NAND chips are made of gold, but I think they use a little bit of gold while making NAND chips, but don't quote me on that, okay? But if you want a little bit more storage from the get-go and you want the best performance possible, then 11th generation is the best bet for you. It still comes at a great value, it offers you great performance, and yes, you can pull some all-nighter gaming session with your friends without any worry. But before buying any of the devices, I would definitely suggest you to go on Apple's website to check the refurbished program to see if there are any better iPad deals or not. And also, if you are a student, then Apple has all your student discount, which can bring down the price a little bit more. Now, let me know in the comment section which iPad are you getting, or even you are getting iPad or not, or do you agree with my opinion or not? Let me know in the comment section. And if you want to watch more videos from us, check out this video right here. And if you want to subscribe, well, do it by here. And there's Akash, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.